There you go, it's time to bring you some more Warcraft 3 action. Playing today, spawning in the North of Cooper, playing as Orc and going for the Blade Master first. Myself in some in the South of LiiLDC, playing as Night Elf and going for the Keeper of the Grove. Ancient War creeping out this. Picked up the Scroll of the Beast, this one again from the DreamHack Europe qualifiers. I'm chasing for this peon. I think he needs one more hit, so he's not going to be able to get the experience there. Nice deny.
We're under attack.
No observes this one, unfortunately. Blade Master going to work here, looking for level 2. Scout Wisp. Tick just starting, so a slight tick speed edge here for Cooper. The right colours there. So the overlay makes sense up here. Okay, Blade Master level 2 coming in for some harass. Oh, steals the item. Whoops. Opens up on the archers now as well. It is nighttime, could go into Shadow Melt. Briefly did, came back out.
Work complete.
Oh, Blade Master might be able to get the kill here. Oh, that was a close call. Gets the Moonwell in the nick of time. Now Blade Master going for the cancel on an in construction Moonwell. Pumping out some hunts now. Interesting. Grunt in position, looking for some scouting info. Triple burrow, a couple more grunts in the works.
We're under attack.
Okay, Blade Master giving up on trying to chase down the Keeper. Going to try and steal away with the experience and the item from over here.
My life for the Lord.
Doesn't really have... Okay, spins the... Oops. Spins the healing self to pick that up. So one gloves, one ring. Probably was hoping for the claws, but what can you do? Meanwhile, on the other side, LiiLDC stealing away his item. Picking up the Wand of Mana stealing. Entangle on the Grunt. No more mana on the Keeper though. So just to finish the job on the Grunt here. And does manage to do so. Blade Master coming in. Looking for a couple archer kills. Pick up one. Oh, and buys the reveal too. 2 archers down, okay. We're getting it back after losing that grunt. More aggressive creeping here. Wow. Right on the Orc doorstep. Let's level 3 with that. There's enough mana for an entangle here. Bestiary, Spirit Lodge, as well as a Shadow Hunter. Makes sense, you only want those Serpent Wards to counter the hunts. So a pretty standard build for both players here. Picking up a second Ancient War, so yeah, is going to be committing to the mass hunts style. I'm going to see him try and mix in any Dryads at this particular stage. I'm guessing we're going to see the Alchemist. Got a ward down here, keeping tabs on the Night Elf movements. Coming back in here, another ward over here. Keeping an eye on the expansion position potentially, and there we go, is the Alchemist. So yeah, pretty much dead standard build here for LiiLDC.
Work complete.
Similar story for Cooper. Even a couple grunts behind at the moment though. Okay, here it comes now. Jumping in the works. Buying a reveal. Just down to the creeps. Comes in for a detonate. Player's trying to contest this expansion camp. No decisive moves. It looks like he's just going to peel off and do the easier camp first. Get a tiny bit of experience over here. Does he have... No. No sentinels in the trees. Got a Magi very, very low. Blade Master, 2 mines whether he wants to chase it or come back in. Got a Wind Rider up in the air. Really good idea. Combining up with the Hex. 1 hunt goes down there. Now going for yet another hunt. That's a bomb Focusing down the Wind Rider with the heroes. Meanwhile, the hunts are just getting chopped to pieces. So we're going to lose another one here. So yeah, that addition of the Wind Rider working out really well at the moment. Cancels the healing salve. Wind Rider quite low, but these hunts are just getting slaughtered at the moment. Still quite a lot of mana on the Keeper though, worth mentioning. Good bit of blocking there. Picks off one grunt thanks to that entangle. Didn't come back for the purge with the shaman for that. So we compare the experience on the second here is pretty similar. Slight edge the orc side. WC going for the rest of the expansion camp. So we're going to start mixing in a few archers. The answer to that question is no. The skirmish starting off in the centre again. And that's level 2 on the Shadow Hunter. A bit of focus fire onto the Blade Master, but he heals that off. So yeah, no Serpent Wards with that mix of skills. Could be good for LiiLDC as the game progresses. Another hunt getting picked off fast though. Oh, surround attempt on the Shadow Hunter. Pops the speed scroll trying to get away. No more mana on the Keeper.
Heed my call.
Pop the scroll of the Beast as well for that engagement, but good work there from Cooper, able to disengage thanks to that speed scroll. Very important to come into those fights with the consumables. Now disengaging. LiiLDC meanwhile going for some more experience. Let's see 2 on his Alchemist. Talisman of Evasion. Okay, gonna go for the town portal out here. Doesn't want to lose any more hunts to the Hex. Understandable. Still pumping out hunts. More and more hunts. No archer transition at all. Have a second damage upgrade as well. Both players very close to 50 food here, so very similar army sizes.
Research complete.
Only one shop on this map as well. Nobody's crept it out yet, but probably going to be a battle for the consumables coming up soon. A bit more experience going the orc way here. Obviously finding some time for the shop camp.
Upgrade complete.
Creeping it out in a very conservative manner. So he can disengage very quickly if he needs to. Gets the majority of the experience, but the shop is going to go to Cooper. Picks up the heal scroll. Didn't cash in the arc though, interestingly enough.
Research complete.
Oh, and the sentry ward has expired down here.
Under attack.
So Cooper able to go for, LiiLDC able to go for that camp, and then the expansion camp probably going to look, oh no. So he's going to look for an expansion, but no, taking up to tier 3. Does unlock some pretty good upgrades from the Ancient of War, so I guess he wants to access those. And still only 2 Wind Riders, so maybe the heroes can kind of fight back against that, especially with the Orb of Venom. It makes sense to try and get the tier 3, I suppose, with this current composition, no archer style.
We're under attack.
Okay, War Mill coming in. No fortified armor on the burrows yet, but I imagine that's part of the reason why he wants that War Mill. Both players going for the red camp. Medallion of Courage. Okay, this is somewhat okay item for the Shadow Hunter. Back the other way, we got a You don't have courage. Okay, both players getting the same one. Even Stevens. I don't think I've seen that happen for a very long time. Both players getting the exact same item from the red camp. Well, the lightning shield can be pretty handy. Forcing some micro in the fight. And that is a really strong item as well. Flute of Accuracy. Very, very good item on the Night Elf side. That LiiLDC pumping above 50 now. Breaking upkeep. We have a little bit of headroom. Cooper still banking. Okay, going for the armor upgrade first. And now breaking upkeep himself. Kodo in the mix. Quite a few grunts as well. Interesting. He wants a really strong grunt frontline. Oh, and it looks like at some stage, I didn't notice this, but he bought a Tome of Retraining. Train out of Hex into the wards. But man, he got a lot of value out of that Hex, so I don't think he can be too upset about having to buy that Tome of Retraining. He got so many hunt kills thanks to that Hex.
We're under attack.
Mirror image.
Heed my call.
Got one level of this, doing some scouting with it. Very helpful for countering the entangle on the Blade Master. Very close, but not quite there for level 4. And Bloodlust now from the Shaman. Those Shaman have got a huge amount of mana. Do have quite a few wisps coming in from LiiLDC though. Can he get on top of the Shaman and detonate, get rid of a whole bunch of mana? Reasonable one there, getting rid of a bit of Bloodlust. Got quite a few archers in the mix now as well. Let's see how this one goes. Try to get out the back there with the wisp detonate, getting rid of most of the Bloodlust there with those two detonates. Not too much mana though. Still quite a lot of Bloodlust able to come through. Heal scroll on the Orc side. Trying to fight into this choke point though, seems to the advantage of LiiLDC for the moment. With a hero focus onto the Alchemist, he does have a heal scroll though. Tough fighting. Serpent Ward's working nicely against the Hunts though. Nice mirror image with the lightning shield, and that Blade Master with the Bloodlust just chopping through all the archers. They are tumbling down. LiiLDC, can he win this fight down the straight? About 15 food behind at this stage, but does he have the staying power? It looks like he's disengaging at this stage. Maybe he can pick off 1 or 2 units here on the exit. No more mana on the Shadow Hunter at the moment, well, not much for the heal. And looking to pick off a couple of these units. Okay, there we go, just enough for the heal now. Oh, but the Blade Master out the back. Arc activated. Focusing down the Kodo now. Reinforcements coming in on both sides. Shaman going down fast to these archers though. And LiiLDC, the one pushing forwards here, level 5 Keeper. Surprised he didn't go after this grunt back here, leaving that to the archers. And the archers going down. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on with that Shaman. Goes down to the Orb of Venom. Cooper trying to disengage here. Still with a 10 food lead. No expansion behind this from LiiLDC. You know, it's commonly see behind one of these pushes, but not the case here. Just full committing to the fight. Okay, we've got a Raider in the mix now. Looking for a bit more crowd control. The Raider going down really fast though. Hunt's also dropping. And you see the one kind of disengaging at this stage. Still quite a lot of mana on the Keeper though. Maybe that will make the difference. Heal wave arriving a little bit too late. Blade Master with the Bloodlust though, so scary. Entangled. Taking some focus fire. It's a high level of entangle. Blade Master very, very low. Oh, another entangle just before he went into Windwalk. And that's enough for the kill. Looking for the counter kill though on the Keeper. Keeper taking a lot of purges. Down he goes. Level 5 on the Shadow Hunter.
Heed my call.
Level 5.5 in fact. Gonna take down another hunt here. And that's gonna mean Cooper over 20 food ahead. LiiLDC with a tiny bit more gold in the bank, but man, quite far behind after that fight.
My life for the Horde.
Buyback. On both sides perhaps? No. Altar revive on the Blade Master.
We're under attack.
Finds a scout peon, checking the expansion. These hunts got to be careful. In come the shaman with the purge. I'm going to pick off a couple of units here. Going for the kill on the ward. Did go for level 3 heal wave. There we go. Keeper is back with quite a lot of mana thanks to those moonwells. Starting off the fight. Speed scrolling away to safety. Yeah, the ward's not quite as scary as they often are with these hunts. Oh, finds the Kodo that does have a unit inside its belly. He wants that hunt back. Good to focus fire. Got all with Venom chipping him for so much damage. Looks likely to go down. Heal wave out. One more hit maybe will do it. Acid bomb. There it goes. Fighting on the doorstep. Blade Master about to pop out though, and I think that's going to turn things back into Cooper's favour. There he is. There's a strong grunt front line as well. Hunt's falling very, very quickly.
Ready to ride.
LiiLDC trying to disengage now. Oh boy. Alchemist looking for the surround. Blade Master getting boxed out a little bit here. Heal wave keeping this around. And that's going to be the end of the Alchemist. Gotta be careful. Keeper could be next on the menu. Trying to disengage here. Good heal wave arriving just in the nick of time, saving a lot of units there.
Heed my call.
LiiLDC disengaging. We've got 1700 gold left in the main mines. Oh no, another pick off on these hunts. Level 6 on the Shadow Hunter, not super strong. Oh, I suppose actually level 3 Serpent Ward's pretty strong. I mean, by not very strong, I mean the ultimate big bad voodoo. Blade Master 5.5. Keeper also getting somewhat close
Heed my call.
to level 6. Maybe the ultimate can swing things back
Our gold
into
mine
his
is
favour.
running low.
Going up here, checking for the expansion. Not one there. What even happened to all the lumber peons? Cooper, I don't remember seeing them
We're under attack.
come into a fight, but they're all dead. Must have happened at some stage, or maybe he's just used them all as scout peons
Work complete.
over time. Oh, there they are. Okay, tiny great hall. I was like, where'd they go? It's kind of hard to see the white on the frosty landscape. I was like, I've seen maybe 3 scout peons. Doesn't account for all of them. Oh, there they are. Cheeky expansion down there. Cooper pushing in, looking to milk a bit more value. Looks like he doesn't have pillage, so not getting any more resources from this base damage. Alchemist seems a tiny bit more time to come back, but in the meantime these moonwells are going down fast. Looking to engage, looking to catch the Keeper in a tough position. He focused down. A little run out for the moment. Here comes the Alchemist. And maybe an overcommit here. Double Shaman getting picked off. Not too much mana left on those Shaman either. Bloodlust on everything at the moment. And Grunt going to go down here. Did lose a lot of moonwells there. LiiLDC now pop capped. Gonna have to rebuild a moonwell at some stage. Scout treants, but they're not coming down to scout this location.
Storm, earth, and fire.
So yeah, that expansion position going to work out really well here for Cooper. Looks like it's going to be hidden. Dropping all his items to try and regen as much mana as he can.
Ready to ride.
He's a bit upset about how things are going. Okay, Tree of Eternity. Gold has been mined out. Walking its way across to the expansion position. Can this keep LiiLDC competitive? Rebuilding that Moonwell now. It doesn't have much lumber spare at the moment, but all the gold wisps coming out to do some lumber in the meantime, so that's alright. Defending the tree. He does have Nature's Blessing upgraded, so tree walking its way across pretty quickly here. Cooper, knows that his gold mine has run out around this timing, so running across, trying to prevent this exact move. There's about a 20 food lead though coming into this fight. As well as a heal scroll, invul, mana potion. So stacked up on the consumables as well. Everything in Cooper's favour. Except for upgrades. Only one armor upgrade. Got 2 1 upgrades. And these Night Elf units. He's walking one of his Ancient of Wars across. The other one pumping out a couple more hunts. Bringing across the wisps for the fight as well. LiiLDC is all in. And we've got more and more units coming in from the production. That is a wall of serpent wards. Very tough to push into here. Boxing out LiiLDC from this expansion position. And the longer he waits, the worse it gets. The more orc units can come through from that gold mining. Tree of Eternity just unable to get things going here. Maybe he's hoping that the Shadowhunter's going to run out of mana, but 650 mana. Yeah, what can he even do? In these situations, you kind of do have to micro the archers to kill the serpent wards, but it's so tricky to do.
Ready to work.
Here comes the Bloodlust now, looking to stack things on. Bit of a steering match. That LiiLDC going to lead the charge with the archers a bit more. Here we go. Oh, got the serpent wars. Look at that, just melting the hunts. Just coming in now though. And for the detonates, they've got to be strong. Now on top of the shaman, nicely getting rid of most of the mana. Still enough for another wave of bloodlust. A couple more wisp detonates coming through. Level 6 could go for the tranquility. Does have one raider out the back there. That's not going to last long. Neither is the Tree of Eternity. That is slowly going down up there. LiiLDC's army just not quite strong enough to hold on against Cooper. And there we go. Cooper wins the fight. Takes down the Tree of Eternity. And that should be GG. No coming back from that one. Even built a shop down here too to restock after that fight. Really good idea. On double time here. Not much to see. Tranquility active. And snare to cancel it. So yeah, I think I'll wrap up. LiiLDC, he fought valiantly. There were a couple of those fights there. Could have gone either way in the extended fighting. It seemed like Cooper, though, kind of pulled out ahead early in the fights, and then maybe LiiLDC would kind of pull it back towards the end, kind of depending on who had mana and whatnot. But Cooper ending up, sneaking that expansion down the corner. And just slowly grinding out a small edge, winning the game. GG, well played. And anyway, guys, wrap on that. Thanks for tuning in to some more Warcraft 3 action. Until next time, goodbye and good luck.